The next morning, The Rock gets an emergency call. The staff says the gorilla broke into the grizzly enclosure and killed the bear. And grizzlies are basically kings of the land. The Rock finds the gorilla inside the cave. But when it steps out, he is shocked. Overnight, the gorilla has grown way bigger, with no choice. He has it quarantined. Blood tests show insane levels of growth hormones, which means the gorilla will keep growing and become more aggressive. Genetic scientist Dr. Kate approaches The Rock. She wants to take the gorilla back for dissection, but he flat out refuses. At that moment, the gorilla in the cage suddenly goes berserk. It smashes a stone bench into the steel door, breaking free. Concrete walls mean nothing to it. It bursts onto the streets. People run for their lives. A police helicopter arrives. Officers fire multiple tranquilizers and finally bring it down. In the end, The Rock and the gorilla are loaded onto a military transport plane on board. A commander explains the situation. The gorilla is now classified as a dangerous species, and a massive wolf is also threatening public safety. The mission is simple: eliminate the monsters. Suddenly, the gorilla in the cage goes wild again. The company's CEO has activated the sonar system to lure the monsters and retrieve the DNA. The signal drives them into a frenzy and forces them to head toward the source. Now the gorilla is fully affected. Soldiers fire at it, but their weapons do nothing. Instead, they just make it angrier. In seconds, every soldier is down. The commander is pinned under the gorilla's foot. But when The Rock calls out, the gorilla hesitates, like a tiny piece of reason is still there. Suddenly, the pilot attacks from behind. The gorilla explodes with rage and hurls him across the cabin. In the chaos, gunfire hits the onboard explosives, blowing a massive hole in the plane with seconds to spare. The Rock straps a parachute onto the doctor and ties himself to the commander. Meanwhile, the gorilla and the out-of-control plane plummet toward the ground. After landing safely, The Rock searches the wreckage, but the gorilla is gone. Judging by the footprints, it is heading toward the city. At the same time, the giant wolf is tearing through everything in its path. Suddenly, it stops. The sonar signal hits it and it sprints toward the city. Soon, both the gorilla and the wolf reach downtown. They destroy everything, turning the city into rubble. The next second, armor-piercing rounds from helicopters slam into the wolf. Enraged, the wolf's tail sprouts long spikes. With one whip, the spikes launch like missiles at the helicopters. And right then, a third monster rises from the river. A massive mutated crocodile, even bigger than the other two. Now the real chaos begins.